Oh, what a nice day to go fishing. I sure hope I don't hook the corpses of any Pokemon. Hello everyone, I am Third Mario Brother, and welcome back to Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we made it here to the first floor of Mount Pyre, and came up to this room off to the north, which contains a bunch of trainers, as you guys saw, and we fought this guy. People don't come here often, so I thought there'd be rare Pokemon. Yeah, I'm sure there are, buried somewhere around here. Get to digging, buddy. Oh my god, so disrespectful. That is absolutely awful. Anyway, I am sorry, everybody, for those jokes. We are going to be continuing on in this episode up Mount Pyre, because we know that Team Magma is up to no good here, so we have to climb the mountain and stop them. Now, in that room off to the north with that Pokemaniac that we fought last time, there are a bunch of items, and there are a bunch of floors with a bunch of different items, and some of them are actually very good. So, maybe later I'll be going on and trying to get those, but we need to make some actual story progress. So in this episode, we're going to be continuing on the method that will do exactly that for us. And we grabbed the TM skill swap back there, and here we have a max potion. But whoa, things are getting really foggy. Things are getting really scary. I'm kind of scared, guys. Are you going to hold me? This is such a setting that would be terrifying in a horror movie or something like that, and it really builds the suspense. But my god, are there a ton of items around here? What is this? I can understand maybe a little bit of litter around the region in general, but this is a cemetery. There's dead Pokemon, and people are bringing their Coke bottles and sandwich wrappers and stuff like that up here and just tossing them off to the side like... Well, not my problem. Somebody else is gonna have to deal with this anyway. Let's continue on and see what there is at the top of Mount Pyre. What do we have? It looks like we have a bunch of Team Aqua grunts. So who do we want to throw out front? May as well just keep Dishwater out front, because eventually she's going to evolve. I swear by it. Ha! Too bad for you. If you came earlier, you only would have had to battle the wimpy Team Magma. But since you arrived now, you have to take on us toughies. What's a toughie? That sounds like something that like a third grade schoolyard bully would call him and his group of friends. Like, we the toughies. You can't ride on our tire swing unless we say so. I don't know what I'm saying. Either way, this guy's got a Carvana. Pretty standard fare for a Team Aqua grunt, so we're just going to shoot him with Mud Shot and miss, apparently. Immediately, we start the first battle off in this episode with a miss. What a fantastic turn of events, and this guy's going to scary face us, so he might outspeed us this turn. Definitely going to outspeed us this turn. Do a crap load of damage with that takedown, by which I mean almost no damage, because we're 2 levels higher than him. Carvana is a fairly physically offensive Pokemon, especially its evolved form Sharpedo. However, like I said before, really frail, so not too much that we have to worry about here. I should have let you take on Team Magma first. What, and then beat us afterward and be like, yeah. And Team Magma would be like, yeah, well, we softened him up for you. Like when somebody opens a bottle for you, you're like, well, I loosened it, man. Either way, there's a zinc right there, which raises special defense, I believe. Either way, over here, do we have anything? There are a ton of items in this area. I think there's one not in the hands of this wild Pokemon. We have a Shuppet. There's actually a really, really rare Pokemon here. It was one of the last ones I found before giving up on completing my Pokedex because of freaking Feebas. A Chimecho can be found on the upper regions of Mount Pyre. Super, super rare. I think it has like a 1 or 2% spawn rate or something like that. Where is this thing? I'm pretty sure there's an item around here. Let's go ahead and use our handy-dandy item finder for like the first time. Apparently, there isn't an item around here. Okay, I guess I was mistaken. Either way, let's go ahead and take on this guy next. No, those Team Magma goons got here ahead of us. We can't fall behind. Oh, well, falling behind. Not something you want to remedy by picking fights with random people who are totally uninvolved in all of this. Well, I guess I'm not all that uninvolved. I'm trying to be the hero of the place. You know, and like, it's kind of weird. Ooh, let's show off Blizzard. Let's do it. Oh my god, the beauty of this attack. I love the animation for this attack in this generation. Of course, the animation for pretty much every attack has gotten better since now, but it was just so beautiful back in the day and so amazing knowing how much incredible damage you were about to do. Either way, Dishwater just grew to level 35, and you guys know what that means. It means we have a rare candy in our pack, and we're about to use it. I thought you were one of the Magmas who happened to come back. Why would I come back, man? I guess to beat all your butts and show off, but real quick, something important is about to happen. Do we have a rare candy left? Please tell me we do. Yes, we have 1 rare candy left in our pack, and we're going to use it on Dishwater, because for those of you who know anything about this game, you know that it is her time to shine. Here we go. Dishwater is finally evolving into her 3rd and final evolutionary stage. So what's she going to turn into? She has her hands up in the air. She's been partying this whole time, but now it's time to get serious. It's time to bring out the big guns. It's time to bring out the power. Our dishwater, the Marshtomp, has turned into a Swampert, and oh my god, look how terrifying this thing is. I love Swampert, one of my favorite fully evolved starters, maybe my favorite fully evolved starter out of any of them in any of the games. I don't know, man. I think Swampert is one of the most amazing Pokemon on the face of the planet, not just the region, the planet, I tell you. And I swear it's real, I swear. Dishwater is somewhere out in an ocean swimming. Either way, you're going to want to, drag this woman farther off to the side here. Sure, Dishwater and Swellowship sounds bueno to me. We saw you at Mount Chimney. You don't belong to either team, so why would you be here? Oh, I know. You tried to join Team Magma, but they wouldn't have you. Well, don't think that we'll let you join our Team Aqua. Oh, Team Magma wouldn't have me, you say? Oh, I would be the leader of Team Magma in about 3.2 seconds. Look how ridiculous my outfit is. That's basically the requirement for joining them. So, these guys are going to send out a Wailmer and a Poochyena. And Wailmer, man, I really, really love Wailmer's design. He's just this derpy-looking whale thing with... You can't tell what his nostrils are and what his eyes are. Either way. Wait, does Blizzard hit both Pokemon? Oh my gosh, it does. So if we really wanted to, we could Blizzard these guys. But I don't think I'm going to because there isn't really much of a point for that. So let's take out this Wailmer this turn and take out the Poochyena with our Surf. What was I going to say, though? Oh yeah, I love Wailmer's design. He's so cute with his derpy little face and his derpy little smile and his derpy little floppy fins. But unfortunately, he's a pretty... Well, he's not a frail Pokemon because it's got like a ton of HP, but it doesn't really have any other good stats to back that up. Either way, that's unfortunate for our good buddy Wailmer. Ooh, he's going to use Whirlpool. Whatever shall I do in this move that's super weak and going to do like 2 damage to me? Moves like that, like Wrap and Constrict and Whirlpool, all pretty much useless. It's kind of sad. Either way, what do we want to do this turn? Why am I having so much trouble? Let's just Surf and Aerial Ace. I know that's probably not going to do very much, and it's going to hurt Swellowship with the Rough Skin, but I don't care one bit. She's not even going to feel it. She's barely taking damage, and she's not even the most offensive or bulky of Pokemon. So let's Surf this Wailmer, and he cannot ride the waves. He can't even get on a surfboard because he has not a foot on his little body, even though it's kind of a big body. He's a gigantic, stupid-looking Pokemon, and man, Wailmer would be my go-to guy. If I had to choose one Pokemon to chill with for a day, he would be it. You could just lay around with him, lay around on top of him, read a book, get a tan, whatever. I don't know. Let's go ahead and take this Zubat out, though, and we are disrespecting all the graves around us. Man, get out of here, Team Aqua. You guys are awful. If you're gonna mess with anyone, let it be Team Magma. Oh, we made a grown man cry. If you want to join Team Aqua that badly, we can consider it. Oh, I just have to beat you, and I assume you're gonna claim you're a high-ranking official. We have a great combination going with us members and our leader. So great that a 10-year-old boy beat you on his very first try. Anyway, I believe there is an item around here, and that's why you want that lady to move out of the way so you go all the way as far as you possibly can to the left. Here's Duskull. I haven't discussed Duskull yet. You can catch this on the same route as you can catch Shuppet. I believe it's really, really rare to find one of these in Emerald, actually, but Duskull is an extremely defensive Pokemon when it evolves to its fully evolved form. So, if you want a defensive wall, both physical and special, that is a really great Pokemon. It doesn't have the best HP stat in the world to back those defenses up, but it's great nonetheless. I swear there's an item here. Yes, there it is, a rare candy. So even if we didn't have one in our pack earlier, we would still be rolling with a Swampert right now. But anyway, we just defeated the last pair of grunts before Archie, their leader. Team Magma's Maxie got ahead of us, but we also got what we wanted. The red orb preserved at Mount Pyre. I, Archie, now have it in my possession. Now we can bring our ultimate objective to fruition. Okay, team, we're pulling out. Whoa! They disappeared, man. Pirates and ninjas. It's not pirates versus ninjas with these guys, it's both. Oh no, this cannot happen. Not only the blue orb, but even the red orb was taken. The blue orb and red orb must never be separated. They belong together. What are those men trying to do with the 2 orbs? Oh yes, was it Team Magma who came and took the blue orb first? Well, in their haste, they left this behind. I couldn't imagine what exactly it could be. I would like you to have it. Perhaps it will be useful in some way. We got ourselves the Magma emblem. In Ruby and Sapphire, you would get one of the orbs at this point, but not that way in Emerald. Blue orb and red orb taken by those sinister men. They must never be apart. I fear something terrible will happen. Mount Pyre is where we calm the spirits of Pokemon that have passed on. This is a high place where one can see all of Hoenn. The disembodied spirits of Pokemon must find solace here. Is it coincidence that you are here? Will you hear out my tale? A tale long told in the Hoenn region? I suppose we may as well. It happened long, long ago. The world was racked by a ferocious clash between the Pokemon of the land and the Pokemon of the sea. Team Aqua versus Team Magma, prehistoric edition. The Pokemon of the land raised mountains and created continents. The Pokemon of the sea raised huge waves and carved out oceans. Their fierce duel raged without end. The world was engulfed in massive infernos and vicious storms. The blue orb and the red orb brought an end to the calamity. Light poured from the two orbs and becalmed the enraged adversaries. The pair, made docile, dove deep into the sea where eventually they disappeared. Is there an end? Is that it? No! That was so anticlimactic, man. Why do these giant Pokemon so enthralled by these orbs think that they had to stop because they saw these two little balls floating around? I don't know. Maybe they're like cats or something and they're just really, really easily entertained by round objects that roll around. Either way. Now, we can fly off the top of Mount Pyre, actually, and go back to Lily Cove City or to wherever else we might want to go to. There's actually a route down here that we haven't explored just south of Mount Pyre, so I suppose that's what we're going to do for the remainder of this episode. So let's head down there and do it. So that old woman atop the mountain was speaking of the calamity that's going to occur if the orbs are not reunited. But you know what? I haven't explored this grassy little region down here, and it looks really interesting to me, man. So was it so wrong for me to want to explore a little bit before I go off and save the world? I mean, why didn't they invoke the help of the legendary gym leaders or the Elite Four or something? Why would they leave it to a kid anyway? Of course I'm going to mess around. Of course I'm going to slack off. Let's go ahead and put out Ashley out front along with Swellowship, and we can find the hidden item that is here. Oh my god, it's a boy, a hidden boy. I've always wanted one. He won't fit in my bag though, man. I lay an ambush and a trainer has landed in my trap. I just bought this parasol. My cuteness should be up by a third. I don't understand. Well, maybe this lady is genuinely not smart enough to have realized that the giant cardboard cutout in front of her was indeed a cardboard cutout and not a tree, and that's why these guys haven't been battling, but who knows, you know? Maybe the lock eyes have to battle clause only applies to us, only applies to people quite as ridiculous looking as us with our hair looking hat. And I still refuse to believe that the hat on the male character in this game is like not his hair. That ruined my childhood when somebody pointed that out to me in the comments. Oh well, though. Oh well, it's not that big of a deal, I suppose. And of course, we're toxic poisoned by this coughing. Oh, you jerk. Coughing is such, like, a horrible, horrible troll Pokemon. Look at him. He's like, I'm gonna get you, man. I'm gonna do it, I swear. I know I've pointed this out before, but Coughing, probably one of my favorite designs of the original Pokemon. So, what are we going to do on this turn? Well, I'm going to flamethrow this Coughing because boosted by the Sunny Day, it should do a heck of a lot of damage, and Coughing is a physical wall, so I feel like he would take an aerial ace from a Swellow of the same level reasonably well. So, Swellowship, you have done your part in taking out the maniacal, the diabolical cast for... Ooh, boy, you are dumb. You are dumb, buddy. Why would you use the Thunder on our Torkoal and not on our Swellowship? I don't understand it. And I keep using, like, the Pokemon's real names and their nicknames interchangeably, and I have no idea what's up with that. But either way, we defeated Kaylee and whatever his name was. If you don't lose, how am I supposed to have fun playing Ninja? It's all about the imagination, man. I was just building your character. Come on. Better than me by about 5 times. Yeah, it should put a little swagger in your step getting crushed by a trainer such as myself. I mean, that builds character, right? It's just to... Oh, boy. Do we have any Pecha Berries? I sure hope that we do. I'm sure we have Pecha Berries. That's like the most common one in the entire game. 7 of them? Yeah, we've got plenty of Pecha Berries. We've got berries for days, which is quite healthy for the colon, if I might add. Either way, what do we have down here? Do we have anything down here? Yes, we do. We have a rare candy. Awesome. So, when we get up there, a PP up and a rare candy. So, I recommend you bring a cutter to this route so that you can get these awesome items. And I believe there are actually a ton of items on this route. Of course, there are Rost berries and Oran berries and Pecha berries? I think. Citrus berries, dang it! I thought these were orange berries. Oh well, my berry knowledge is a little bit lackluster. And this girl here is really, really interested in this tree. Like, oh, look at the bark, look at the leaves, look at the sleek green and brown combination of colors. It is just beautiful, isn't it? We're gonna go ahead and leave her alone. She can stare at her artistic-looking tree all that she wants. And we can cut this down. I believe it... I don't know, does this lead us to an extra item, or does it just give us a shortcut around the grass? Shortcut around the grass, it seems, is the only benefit we get from this. And there are a ton of trainers on this route as well, so, Hyper Potion there, jeez. Oh my god, that is crazy good for a hidden item. plus all the stuff that we found so far, a PP up and a rare candy. Man, this is just, is this where all the rich people go to throw out their trash? They're like, this hyper potion, I shan't need it. I've got a pocket full of full restores. Why would I ever need such a plebeian item as this one? And we can't escape from this shop, but of course we can. Come on, Ashley. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. You're going to lose, like, a ton of health this turn because of this curse, but this is one of the annoying things about trying to train up a really slow Pokemon. If you accidentally have it in the front of your party and run into a wild Pokemon, then you're not going to be able to run away half the time, and it just really grinds my gears, man. So let's get out of here. Come on out, Swellow. Ship. I was just adding in a little bit of suspense there when I was finishing her name, but yeah, I can't ever decide whether to say the Pokemon's real name or their nickname, and I suppose I should probably always say their nickname just to make them a little bit more dear to my heart. But either way, Super Repel. Okay, now we don't have to worry about wild Pokemon quite as much unless like a legendary pops out of the grass and is level 70 or something. Either way, up here we have a couple of Lepa Berries, and it looks like over here we're going to have an item in this rock, but I could be wrong about that, you know? I don't know. What, does your character, like, lift up the rock and look underneath it when there's a hidden item? I have no idea. Either way, there must be one right here. Yep, a Super Repel, which will replace all the repels that we're using to get these items. Awesome. And right here, we have an Elixir. God, it just never ends. What are there, like, 8 items so far? And we haven't even explored the entire route yet. Well, we're getting pretty gosh darn close. In fact, I believe down here is pretty much the end of it. But we have a revival herb. Of course, that is just like all the other herbs or energy powders or stuff like that that we have come across so far. Let's go ahead and heal up Ashley real quick, and we'll take on this one last battle, and that'll be it for the episode. So, yeah, and then next time we can actually move on and try to save the world. We have 5 hyper potions, jeez. Do we have any super potions? Or are we just gonna have to... Whoa! Guess we're using a No, hyper potion's a waste. Let me find a berry real quick. We just picked a bunch of citrus berries, so let's go ahead and... Nope, don't check the tag. I know it's every flavor imaginable. Hey, they don't have, like, umami listed on there. What's up with that, man? What is up with that? Ah, what a ripoff. This game doesn't even know anything about science. God, I'm returning it. I wonder, would GameStop still buy something like this? I'll turn your lights out while I rip through this tune. Whoa, violent there, man. I have to tell you, bird Pokemon are my obsession. Birds are cool. They're the best. This guy has got an interesting hobby, and you know what? You know what? That's alright by me. They looked exactly the same in the overworld, but this guy... Okay, the guy on the left, Birdkeeper Alberto, really idolizes... What was his name? Fernando or something like that? So he had a Fernando costume on. He follows him around everywhere. And he just ripped it off for the occasion of this battle. Either way, let's aerial ace this goofy-looking Pelipper thing right here. I couldn't remember its name, even though it's right on screen. I don't understand. Whoa! Ah, that's cool. The mist animation actually gets wider when there are 2 Pokemon on the screen. I think I may actually, in this battle, change my display set. Well, it's not my display settings, I suppose, but change it so that we are looking at numbers instead of health bars, because then it's actually easier to predict when your Pokemon are going to go down and when you should be healing and all that good stuff. What do we want to do here? Just flamethrower the Loudred, I suppose, and aerial ace him. Wait, is it select that you're supposed to change the display thing with? I have no idea. Either way, this guy can supersonic us all he wants. I know my Ashley too well to know that she would never punch herself in the face with confusion. There you go, Ashley. See, I had confidence in you. I had faith, and she broke through it. She heard my voice and just totally. And you know what? In, like, Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon XD, you could always call your Pokemon or whatever and say, hey, get out of hyper mode or whatever it is. Can't you do the same thing with confusion? Like, maybe I'm not too great an expert on Pokemon anatomy and physiology, but it seems like it'd be relatively similar. Either way, Ladred's gonna howl. He's gonna waste his last turn on Earth. And you know what? Mount Pyre is really near here, so when we slay these Pokemon... this guy won't have to walk too far to bury them. Oh my god, that is so dark. That is so awful. Why do I say things like this? Why do I open my mouth at times, guys? I have no idea. Either way, we gain a little bit of experience, and we can finally end off this battle by taking out this Xatu right here, who looks very, very majestic over there. And please tell me you're not going to punch yourself. Please break through 3 times in a row. No! Ashley, I trusted you. How could you do this to me? Luckily, Ashley, not the greatest attack stat in the world, but the highest defense stat in the entire universe, so she didn't do all that much damage to herself. I believe those are factors in it. Not entirely sure about that. Either way, can we end it? Can we end it? No, we can't. Oh my god. Ashley needs a break, guys. So, now that we're done with this battle, now that we've explored route, whatever word you would like to use, 123, and obtained the Magma Emblem from Mount Pyre, next time on Pokemon Emerald, we will be continuing with the storyline and seeking out Teams Aqua and Magma and finding out what they're up to with all this orb business. Hey, hold it! I was still playing the intro! Wow, that is a ridiculously long song, my friend. Even in defeat, bird Pokemon are cool! Just as my pose is. Lend your ears to the full tune, will you? Okay, and we get guitarist Fernando's numbers. When this guy goes famous, we're getting big right alongside him. Either way, thank you all very much for watching this episode of Let Us Play Pokemon Emerald, and I will see... Ooh, there's an item over there. Don't be too happy if your Pokemon develop psychic powers. I mean, it's no big deal or anything. Let me contribute to your allowance. And he gives us like $2,000. What's up with that, man? Is Hoenn so, like, rich an area, so rich a region that everybody can just afford to throw thousands of dollars at 10-year-old kids just because they perform reasonably well in a battle of mythical creatures that has no bearing on the course of their lives whatsoever? Oh, man, I am really heated about this. Either way, we are back at the Berry Master's house, and you can see how the region comes full circle here. So, that's going to do it for this episode of Pokemon Emerald. For real this time. Next time, we will be moving on with the story and finding out what all this blue orb, red orb business is about. So, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you guys then.